tested.
All right. Thank you so much, Nibir, for all those details on that story. We're shifting focus now to some cricket news. The year for the Indian women's cricket team has ended on a high note as India defeated Sri Lanka Women by 15 runs in the fifth and final T20I and completed a series whitewash of 5-0 with Sri Lanka's Hasini Perera and Imesha Dulani's half centuries going in vain. India used 6 bowlers and all of them took a wicket each in what was a disciplined bowling effort. Joining us via the phone line to discuss this further is Shekhar Vijayan, sports commentator. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the broadcast. A very good morning to you. So, when we're looking at the T20 with Sri Lanka by the women, we saw this whitewash of a series. Obviously, this year has been a high for the team.
Absolutely, I think it's been brilliant the way the Indian women's cricket team has been doing so well post the World Cup, post the World Cup history, and just blanking Sri Lankan team out 5-0 speaks for itself. This is also, a good reminder in world of sports that one victory, that one World Cup victory can really turn things around. It can change the momentum. It can turn the way we look at things. So I think the Indian women's team is doing really well, and this is a brilliant end to a very, to a very interesting 2025. Like we want to end 2025 on a good note, and I think Indian sports, especially Indian women's cricket team, has cheered a lot of Indians in this process of winning against Sri Lanka, which is not a weak team from any angle. So I think the fact that they blanked them out 5-0 in Sri Lanka itself speaks for itself.
So, if I could request you to stay on with us as I introduce this piece of information for our viewers. India's star all-rounder Deepti Sharma has etched her name in history as the highest wicket taker in women's T20 internationals, surpassing Australia's Megan Smith with 151 wickets. She achieved this feat during the fifth and final T20I against Sri Lanka in Thiruvananthapuram on Tuesday, becoming the first Indian cricketer, male or female, to reach 150 wickets in T20Is. Sharma now has 152 scalps in 133 matches at an average of over 18, including best figures of 4/10. Earlier in the series, Sharma made history by becoming the first ever cricketer across the men's and women's game to register 1,000 runs and 150 wickets in T20 internationals. She finished her spell with only a wicket and gave away 28 runs in 4 overs. In the match, India won by 15 runs. Chasing a target of 176, Indian bowlers restricted the visitors to 160 in their 20 overs. With this win, India won the series 5-0. Sir, if I can get your comments on Deepti Sharma and her creating this history as the highest wicket taker in women's T20 internationals.
Deepti Sharma has always been someone who's been a proven force in the world of women. Now at the World Cup, and the second thing is she's an all-rounder. All-rounders are like diamonds in the world of cricket because they can bat, they can bowl, they can shoot. And she's been a brilliant bowler. She's been the kind of bowler who can just change the momentum, who can take wickets, and her numbers quite prove them. So I think she's for India. She's been the game changer for India, and she's been the one who's actually changed the momentum for India in more ways than one. I think that the confidence she's got from the captain has really made a big difference, and that reflects in her numbers, in her figures, in the number of wickets she's taken, and how she's ending 2025 also.
And sir, before I let you go, one last comment on what is in store for 2026 for the Indian women's cricket team.
So I think next up is the WPL, which is the Women's Premier League, which is almost like the IPL. and this is going to be very interesting this time because you have the WPL, which is post the Indian women's ODI cricket team winning the World Cup. So there's going to be a lot of attention to it. A lot of people are going to be watching it, and this is the best time for all of us to support Indian women's cricket team. Irrespective of gender, and because at the end of the day, India wins. So there's going to be a lot of talent on display, female talent on display in the WPL from all around the world because all that attention. Yeah, so I look forward to that. And I think post that they have a couple of other tournaments lined up. But I think what's to be really important is, I think in the month of February is going to be the WTA, the Women's Premier League.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for all those perspective on that issue. Wish you